Hello, I'm Cathy Lumsden, and welcome to The Best Advice. This show is about relationships. As we explore and become more aware of our relationships with others and ourselves, we're able then to expand and grow, feel different, act different, and teach our children how to be in really, truly connected, healthy relationships. Each week, I like to choose a quote. And today's quote is, "When we feel and truly know our inner beauty, not only is it a gift to our children, but it is a gift to the world." Part of our journey in life is to connect to that authentic self so that you can actually learn to accept and genuinely love others as well. When we love and honor and cherish ourselves, our children see this, and then they honor, respect, and love themselves as well, and others. And so goes a ripple effect out into the world. As women, we tend to be relationship builders often, and that's a lovely thing. However, what we're finding more and more is that women do not take care of themselves. Unfortunately, a lot more stress and burnout is happening, not only to women, but to men, and it is trickling down to children. Today, I am thrilled to have Kristine Carlson, author of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff for Moms and Don't Sweat the Small Stuff for Women, to join us today from California. Thank you, Chris, so much for being here today.
Hey, Cathy, how are you?
I'm excellent. Good to hear your voice again. How are you?
I know, you too.
So, not only are you a mom, but you're a grandmother, a best-selling author. You wear many, many hats. So, don't sweat the small stuff. Tell us some of your best advice, Chris.
Well, just listening to your introduction, you have it so right. Somehow we live in a culture of women now that hold themselves to this very unattainable idea of perfection, so much so that it creates so much pressure and stress in our lives unduly that no matter what, the best that you have to offer really needs to be good enough. And I think as women, as we evolve and realize that there is no real such thing as perfect, that's just a conjured up image of some sort of Wonder Woman image that we've created for ourselves, then we're able to really do our best and accept our best and give our best to our kids and not feel the pressure and stress of what it means to hold a perfect life rather than live the life that you have. The Don't Sweat series is all about taking responsibility for your own happiness and realizing that so much of life is a practice and a choice and a mindset, and happiness and peace and well-being and inner beauty and all of that is also a mindset as well.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And Chris, you're also involved with the American Heart Association. Can you talk a little bit about how stress obviously affects our physical and mental health?
Yeah, well, heart disease is the number one killer of women today, and I don't think that there's any accident or any coincidence that women are more stressed out than ever. If you take genetics aside, women are really, we have so many hats that we wear. We have careers. We're still the full-time caretakers of our family many times. And this just, with this idea of holding this idea of perfection, it's just really creating a lot of heart disease in our American women culture today. And, I think that, again, the more that we practice how to slow down from the inside, the more that we realize that, there's a way in which you can do life in a really frenetic pace of life, and then there's a way that you can slow it down and become more responsive to life versus reactive. And I think that's the way that women will find through maybe, I always say get off to a peaceful start, that if you start your day with a meditation or an inspirational practice that really gets you to focus on what that feels like to be quiet, that no matter what you go throughout your day, no matter what chaos ensues, you can always reach that very safe sanctuary inside and find that peaceful place.
Absolutely. And I think we need to do it many times during the day. And I read an article, and I think it was in Maclean's, they were talking about a grade 2 teacher was actually teaching mindfulness to these awesome little kids. Can you imagine if the younger generation is learning mindfulness?
Yeah, well, I think naturally kids are very mindful. I think it's really our culture that pulls them out of that. And I think the more that they can realize this, that they're actually practicing mindfulness when they're practicing presence, yeah, I think that would be amazing.